welcome to Wealth Plan TV. Today we're dealing with the O of GoDare, that's outs and ins, or more accurately cash flow management. And we're joined again today by Howard Guida. Howard, in the simplest of terms, what is cash flow management and why should we be concerned about it?
Cash flow management is very vital these days with the new generations. We are spending more than we are earning. Earning has never been our problems. What's been problem is how we spend the money. And new generations are not saving, so it's essential that we need to have a cash flow management tools that controls our spendings and channels the free cash to future income producing activities, so that strategies can be built for long-term wealth creations, funding for children's education, for instance.
So Howard, you're saying we're seeing different spending habits between the different generations. I didn't think baby boomers were great savers, but they certainly benefited with the increase in property prices.
Yes, the baby boomers were fortunate because they were living in an era where everything was plentiful. For the new generations, they actually want everything now and today, and as a result they are running into a lot of debt.
Okay.
And managing debt is becoming a very big issue.
So there's a concept in financial advice called delayed gratification, and this is where people don't buy immediately, they save. And you're saying that our current generations are more into instant gratification. Is that what you're implying?
I'm saying that everything they actually want, they want it now, right now, which means that they're not actually planning for future, and it's becoming a critical issue. So we did a survey where we asked somebody from 25 to 30 years old to see if they would they ever see a financial planner. And most of them say they have never considered going to see a financial planner. If they need it, they probably would go and see their father or uncle rather than see a financial planner.
Well, I guess that this is what this show is hoping to achieve. It's hoping to allow the viewers to see what elements there are to creating a plan, and if they find that the process is useful and there's too much to learn, maybe they might seek advice, but we hope to give them the power within the show to create their own plans.
Which is one of the reasons why cash flow has become very essential.
Yes.
We want to teach the young generations that they can channel the free cash that's available for long-term strategies and long-term objectives and goals they may have in actually acquiring properties, because these generations can't afford to buy properties at the moment because they don't have enough sufficient deposits.
Yes.
Having a good cash flow would ensure that they will have sufficient deposit available, but to achieve that they need some coaching and mentoring to get there.
Okay. Now we learnt in the introduction that we did at the airport a little while ago that your software is available for viewers of a Wealth Plan TV, and that they can do it themselves. And you've got some help screens in that software for them.
Yes.
So that they can in fact get some limited mentoring from the program itself. Is that true?
That's true, because the way we built this program was that yes, they will get a quick guide start they can download, which can be resting on their computer. They can also have context sensitive help that's available on each screen. So if they need any self-help, they can actually get through that. But additionally to that, if they had a financial advisors or professionals helping them, they would actually achieve their savings faster, quicker than they would probably be doing themselves. But having said that, a lot of the Australians now know how to use computers.
Yes.
And they can learn themselves if they wanted to.
Look, I think that what this program hopes to achieve is it hopes to allow the viewers to set up their own wealth plan. I've got little doubt that when people start doing it, they'll realise the value of professional advice. But really, we want them to do it themselves. That's the first point. And your software allows them to do that, which is very nice.
It allows them to do that, and it's also free. They don't have to spend any money. It's free for them.
That's a good price, Howard.
Yes.
Yeah. Now tell me what are the elements of cash flow management? What would you actually be helping clients achieve through the software or even through the mentoring?
The cash flow would allow them to achieve or analyze the cash they're receiving in a particular year,
Yes.
the cash can then be analyzed into essential items, non-essential items, and how much of the cash is actually used servicing a debt. One of the key problems we find is that people are spending more money and they're getting to more debt.
Yes.
If we can control the level of debt they have, then the free cash, more cash would be available for them to achieve long-term goals, and also they would probably be looking at and learning from their spending habits, how they actually wasting some of the money on non-essentials, on lifestyle expenses, which they may look at later down the track, what a waste that money was. I could have channeled that money into something useful. So they are learning as they go along. So the cash flow program would help them to stay on the course.
Okay, that's good. We've already observed that it's difficult for younger people not in the property market to buy houses.
Yes.
And we've identified two elements to that. One, the house prices, of course, have grown
Yes.
to the benefit of the baby boomers or those who already own houses, but to the detriment of those who are trying to buy houses. And I guess the only way out of that cycle is to use what money you do have wisely.
One of the benefits of using the cash flow management product is that if you actually set your goals to save a set amount during the month, you can track that savings to a deposit account with a particular bank, and you can see that your deposit can be accumulated very quickly and faster than you would do it in traditional manners, because the software tells you how much money that you're spending and where you spend that money and how much you could have saved that. So that extra savings that you do is always going towards your goal to purchase the house.
Yes, and look, my experience of people is that they don't mismanage money. It's just that they don't control money. So if they don't know what's happening, then they can make poor decisions.
Yeah, but the problem is that yes, they actually know what they want to do, but they lose the directions of where they want to end up after a while, because they are faced with regular financial pressures. And if the goals is that they're trying to achieve somehow gets derailed because of the other issues they may face financially, to stay on course, if they had tools that's available to them, it would put them on the right path again to achieve those goals.
Okay, look, thank you very much, Howard. Next time we meet Howard, we'll be going more into the mechanics of how to create a flash cash flow system. We've learnt from our conversations with Howard that goals are incredibly important. You know that I feel this way from the earlier shows. So if you haven't done your 100 goals yet, will you get to the website and do it, please, because it would be very important. More really good stuff after the break, and we'll see you then.